During an encounter with Solaris, Plastic Man was struck by the villain's solar beams, triggering a chemical reaction in his body that caused his right arm to depolymerize and melt. Forced to keep his arm in a colostomy bag, Plastic Man returned to the Justice League headquarters to inform the team of his condition. However, they brushed it off as one of his typical jokes, with only Detective Chimp taking the matter seriously. Detective Chimp personally explained Plastic Man's condition to Batman, who then referred him to Wayne Enterprises chemist Vera Menlo. Vera theorized that Plastic Man's body was slowly degrading and that he might be dying. Later, while disposing of parts of his dissolved hand, Plastic Man began to worry that his son Luke might be vulnerable to the same fate. He reached out to Luke to warn him, but the conversation turned tense, with Luke eventually storming off, telling Plastic Man to leave him and his mother alone. Heartbroken, Plastic Man returned to Vera Menlo, desperate for a solution. Vera proposed that an intense nuclear reaction might rebind his molecules at a stable level. Realizing he'd need uranium, Plastic Man devised a risky plan to create an atomic bomb to save himself and his son. To acquire enough uranium, Plastic Man teamed up with his old partner, Woozy Winks, planning to kidnap Uranium, one of the Metal Men. However, uranium was in the hands of the villain No Face, so Plast tricked the Justice League and the Metal Men into helping him to rescue uranium, keeping his true motives hidden, and when they finally saved Uranium, Woozy suddenly brought out a giant magnet in an attempt to help them escape. But Plastic Man soon learned Metal Men aren't actually magnetic. Unable to lie any longer, Plastic Man confessed to the Metal Men that he needed uranium for personal reasons, and as he confessed, the bridge they were standing on collapsed, causing all of the Metal Men to tumble into a molten vat, though Plastic Man managed to save uranium for himself. Returning to the Justice League headquarters, Plastic Man reported the incident to his colleagues, mentioning how the other Metal Men were seemingly destroyed. This revelation led his fellow heroes to criticize him, and in response, he quit the team in a rage and headed back to Mammoth City. There, Uranium was encased in a lead-holding cell, watched over by Woozy Winks and Vera Menlo. Meanwhile, Detective Chimp, suspicious about the supposed destruction of the Metal Men, launched his own investigation. At the same time, Plastic Man approached Luke and convinced him to join a mission to confront No Face. Upon reaching No Face's hideout, Woozy subdued Luke, and Vera injected him with a stabilizing serum, part of Plastic Man's plan to prevent his son from suffering the same fate. As the team prepared for the final nuclear reaction at the docks of Mammoth City, Detective Chimp confronted Plastic Man about his suspicions regarding the Metal Men. Just then, No Face activated a blowtorch, igniting the gases from Plastic Man's decaying form in a sudden flash that incinerated Detective Chimp alive. And at the end, Plastic Man becomes what is he used to be? A villain. He continuously brings people down with him, and at the end, he ended up killing the only person who is concerned about him.